biggest story tonight, powered by Century Club Prime.
Jharkhand Chief Minister Soren faces ED heat. Searches underway at Delhi residence for over 7 hours. Under lens for line mining scam, Hemant Soren untraceable now. ED yet to record statement. After open defiance and back-to-back ducking, Soren writes to ED says will appear on January 30th. After two mega big exits in the incomplete shambles, but Congress blames RSS and BJP. Big fight over the Union Minister CAA declaration. Mamata calls it appeasement politics by the BJP. And UCC panel to submit draft on February 2. Chief Minister Dami says implementation soon in Uttarakhand. Good evening and welcome, friends. This Monday edition of our biggest story tonight, in which we're going to focus on two important ones, in fact. One is a comment made by Union Minister from Bengal, Shantanu Thakur, on the Citizenship Amendment Act and its implementation, which has set the politics aflutter, at least in Bengal, but possibly in coming days in the rest of the country. What Thakur has said is, or claimed is, that the CAA would be implemented across the country within the next 7 days. And of course, that has got the TMC reacting strongly, with Mamata Banerjee calling it appeasement politics of the BJP and Trinamool spokespersons saying that they take a vow to prevent its implementation in Bengal. Remember, CAA is an act of parliament which the Modi government brought in 2019, which makes persecuted minorities, essentially Hindus, Parsis, Jains, Sikhs, Buddhists from Afghanistan, Pakistan and Bangladesh to take citizenship in India. Of course, there is a cut-off date, but then it did not stop from protests erupting across the country. Shaheen Bagh representing the most visible vocal example of that. In fact, Delhi riots began somewhere because Shaheen Bagh protests attained the kind of scale they did. That's going to be our focus. Let's listen exactly to what Shantanu Thakur has said and the reactions to it.
আজকে রাম মন্দির উদ্ঘাটন হয়েছে। আগামী এক সপ্তাহের মধ্যে ভারতবর্ষে সিএ লাগু হবে, এই গ্যারান্টি আমরা আজকে এই মঞ্চ থেকে দিয়ে গেলাম। আগামী এক সপ্তাহের মধ্যে ভারতবর্ষ, পশ্চিমবঙ্গ সহ ভারতবর্ষের প্রত্যেকটা স্টেটে সিএ লাগু হবে এবং সেটা আপনারা দেখবেন। আজকে সেই গ্যারান্টি এই মঞ্চ থেকে দিয়ে যাচ্ছি।
লড়াই করেছে কে? এনআরসি হবে না, লড়াই করেছে কারা? রাজবংশী বন্ধুরা, আপনারা তো ইতিমধ্যেই নাগরিক। নতুন করে কে একা করে চিৎকার করছে এটা ফ্যা ভোটের রাজনীতি করবার জন্য। আপনারা সবাই নাগরিক, আপনাদের সবাইকে নাগরিক হিসাবে আমরা স্বীকৃতি দিয়েছি। সমস্ত উদ্বাস্তু কলোনিকে স্থায়ী ঠিকানা দিয়ে দিয়েছি। সে রেশন পায়, সে স্কুলে যায়, সে স্কলারশিপ পায়, সে কিষাণ বন্ধু পায়, সে শিক্ষাশ্রী পায়, সে ঐক্যশ্রী পায়, সে লক্ষ্মীর ভাণ্ডার পায়। তো নাগরিক না হলে থোড়াই পেত? বলুন আপনারা আমাকে, পেত? নাগরিক না হলে তারা ভোট দিতে পারত?
All right, already generating some heat, that comment by Union Minister Mamata there, taking strong exception to the position of Shantanu Thakur. But then the BJP, of course, has hit back at Mamata and suggested or accused her of trying to spread hatred ahead of elections with a statement. Listen into what the BJP has said.
अनप्रोवोक्ड था, पूरा अनप्रोवोक्ड था। 25 से 30 वर्कर घायल हुआ, 15 आदमी को अरेस्ट किया। हमारा स्टेट प्रेसिडेंट खुद हुआ है, उन्होंने देख रहा है, पार्टी सबका साथ है। और ये जो काम किया पुलिस कमिश्नरेट का इंस्टिगेशन में हुआ है। जनता बीजेपी का वर्कर अनप्रोवोक्ड था, उसको जो ऊपर जो हुआ है ममता की इशारा में हुआ है।
ममता बनर्जी बार-बार कह रही है कि सीए बंगाल में लागू नहीं होगा, क्या कहेंगे इस पर? ममता बनर्जी बार-बार कह रही है।
वो कौन है लागू करने वाला नहीं करने वाला? वो तो सेंट्रल कानून है। अब देख लीजिए, कुछ दिन सब ठीक हो जाएगा।
All right, that was Shubhendu Adhikari, the leader of opposition of the BJP in Bengal. And earlier, my colleague Madhurima spoke to Shantanu Thakur, in fact, over the phone. Listen into what he said on his comments on CAA.
हाँ बोलिए।
हाँ सर, मैं एक्चुअली आपने जो स्टेटमेंट दिया था ना अभी सीए के लिए कि 1 हफ्ते में इम्प्लीमेंट हो जाएगा, उसी पे सर कुछ सवाल लेने थे।
नहीं, वो मैंने नहीं गारंटी दिया, वो माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का गारंटी है। वही गारंटी को मैंने बोला, मेरा अंदाजा है 1 हफ्ते के अंदर हो सकता है।
अच्छा, तो सर मैं बस इतना पूछना चाहती थी कि क्या गवर्नमेंट अभी रेडी है इम्प्लीमेंटेशन के लिए?
ये सब तो बात का बात है। मैं बोला जब हमने सीए को लाया है
जी,
तो माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का तो हर चीज हो रहा है
जी,
तो उसी के हिसाब से माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का गारंटी है ये
जी,
सीए भी इम्प्लीमेंट होगा।
अच्छा, तो सर जैसे पिछले बार जब सीए आया था तो काफी प्रोटेस्ट हुए थे, तो इस बार क्या पूरी तैयारी है कि पीछे नहीं हटेंगे?
पता नहीं क्या होगा, सीए तो होना ही है। ठीक है, बस वही है।
हाँ, तो सर एक आखिरी सवाल कि जैसे फार्म्स लॉज के टाइम पे गवर्नमेंट ने वापस ले लिया था, तो क्या इस बार अगर प्रोटेस्ट होंगे तो गवर्नमेंट फर्म रहेगी?
तो पता नहीं हमको, वो तो बात की बात है। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने जब इसको करवाया तो इम्प्लीमेंट होगा ही है, ये तो ऐसा ही है।
All right, you heard the minister not only standing his ground, but in fact suggesting that this is actually Modi government's guarantee that the CAA should be implemented, which is an act of parliament already. And as the Union Home Minister Amit Shah had said last month, in fact, speaking at an event, that the CAA is a reality and it's inevitable. But then it seems that this is being done in tandem, because while in Bengal you had Shantanu Thakur speaking about the CAA, in Uttarakhand, Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dami has now said that Uniform Civil Court Committee, which was set up by the state, has completed its work and its report will be delivered to him on February the 2nd. Dhami, in fact, further added through a tweet that after receiving the report on February 2, it would be decided when to implement the law in their state. It seems that it's clear that the BJP in its states is ready to go ahead even with the Uniform Civil Code. And listening to those reactions, and then in the evening we will be setting up a debate on whether the BJP has made these announcements tactically in order to complete its 2019 poll manifesto ahead of general elections.
यूसीसी हमारा इस विधानसभा का जो चुनाव 2022 में उत्तराखंड का था, उसमें हमारा संकल्प था, देवभूमि उत्तराखंड की देवतुल्य जनता के सामने हमने ये अपना संकल्प रखा। उस संकल्प को पूरा करने के लिए देवभूमि की जनता ने हमको आशीर्वाद दिया, सरकार में आने का मौका दिया, और हमने ड्राफ्ट बनाने के लिए कमेटी का गठन किया। जस्टिस रंजना प्रकाश देसाई जी की अध्यक्षता में कमेटी बनी। कमेटी ने अपना काम पूरा कर लिया है और उन्होंने हमको बताया है कि 2 तारीख को वो हमको ड्राफ्ट दे देंगे, और उनका ड्राफ्ट देने के बाद उसका आकलन करेंगे, उसको मंत्रिमंडल में लाएंगे, उसके बाद विधानसभा में जो विधेयक बनने की दिशा में, एक्ट बनने की दिशा में जो कार्रवाई होती है, उस कार्रवाई को हम आगे बढ़ाएंगे।
All right, we just got you all aspects of the CAA and UCC debate by way of these statements and reactions. We're going to come back with a nice conversation on what this really means for the nation's politics at this moment later in the evening, ladies and gentlemen. But moving on to another important story of the day, which is the trouble is only mounting for Jharkhand Chief Minister Hemant Soren. Soren, who's under the ED radar for his alleged involvement in the illegal land mining scam, has escaped summons by the central agency for 9 times now. Upping the ante, the ED today conducted raids at Soren's residence in the national capital, while the Chief Minister says he will appear for questioning on January 30th. Can this be taken at face value? Here's a report on the development so far, and then I come back with Piyush Ohri on the other side with a live chat.
At around 10 a.m., a team of ED officials reached Jharkhand Chief Minister Hemant Soren's residence in the national capital.
This is the residence at Shanti Niketan of Hemant Soren, where the officials of Enforcement Directorate have come in. Now, what we have been told is that they had come over here today in the morning to question Hemant Soren of the alleged land scam. However, as what we have been told by our sources is that right now Hemant Soren is not over here at his residence. So where actually is Hemant Soren? And that's the million-dollar question.
After 2.5 hours, the ED team left Soren's residence with a bag.
To the questioning for this entire case on 31st of January. Whether will it happen or not, we do not know. But so far, the situation from the ground is that the investigation, the probe, is being done by the Enforcement Directorate officials. We also showed you the images in which we showed you that how an Enforcement Directorate official was carrying a bag which we feel and which our sources tell us consists some important documents of the investigation which is being carried out by the Enforcement Directorate officials.
Even as the mega searches were underway, Hemant Soren remained untraceable. At 3:44 p.m., one more ED official entered Soren's residence. Nearly 30 minutes later, a Joint Director rank officer entered Soren's residence. The mega searches come against the backdrop of back-to-back ducking of summons by Soren. With searches underway for over 5 hours, the ED news is only tightening in the alleged land mining scam. 1,292 kilometers away in Ranchi, Soren's party has taken to streets in protest. While Soren maintains that he will appear before the ED on January 31st, the big question remains, will Soren finally stop the open defiance? Bureau Report, Republic TV.
All right, before I go back to Piyush Ohri for a live from outside the residence of Hemant Soren in Delhi, we have to understand what exactly is this scam and the Jharkhand Chief Minister connection with it. In an exclusive, Republic has accessed the ED charge sheet into the illegal land mining scam. We have learned, for example, that the Jharkhand Chief Minister was named by a former treasurer of his own party. What the charge sheet maintains is that Pankaj Mishra was directed by Soren to hand over proceeds of the illegal mining to Prem Prakash, a close aide of Soren, and Amit Agarwal. The same Amit Agarwal lobbied for his aide Pooja Singhal to be given additional charge of the mining department. Remember, she's the one who was, I believe, arrested last year. She was given the charge of a secretary in the department. ED has also recovered incriminating evidence in the case and documents linked to Soren from the residence of Pankaj Mishra. And so this essentially completes the picture of essentially the people involved and what are their connections with the Chief Minister. And I go to Piyush Ohri, who's reporting from outside the Soren residence in New Delhi. Piyush, please tell us first what has been the activity like since morning. It's been 7 hours plus since the Enforcement Directorate sleuths reached there. What have they done and what have they attained, given the fact that this is the 9th time that the Jharkhand Chief Minister has sought more time after the ED summoning him?
So, Abhishek, what I can tell you is that the activities over here at the residence of Hemant Soren in Delhi has nothing been less dramatic, because since 7 a.m. we have been seeing that officials of Enforcement Directorate have been coming in and out of the residence of Hemant Soren. And while I speak, I would just request my video journalist Vijay Ranbir to just show the visuals over here, because as what we have been told is that there is still a presence of some of the Enforcement Directorate officials inside the residence. So yes, ever since 7 a.m. there has been a lot of activity, there has been a lot of going in and out of the Enforcement Directorate officials. Now, it was believed to begin with that the Enforcement Directorate officials had come over here at this residence to speak to Hemant Soren. However, that did not occur. In fact, such was the drama which unfolded that so far we have still not come to know that where exactly Hemant Soren, the person who is being elected at a high constitutional post, where he is. And presently he is actually untraceable. Some say that he is in Delhi, some say he has fled back from to Delhi. So we really do not know where he is. But ever since this incident has occurred, there has been a lot of drama which has been unfolding. And today also we saw a lot of drama which unfolded, where the Enforcement Directorate officials came over here, they probed, they investigated. In fact, we also showed our viewers the visuals where some of the documents were taken from the house by the Enforcement Directorate officials. What were these documents? Will it help them in finding some more leads in the case? This will only come to be known on January 31st, where probably, perhaps, the Chief Minister of Jharkhand might present himself for the questioning in front of Enforcement Directorate. Back to you.
Right, Piyush. In fact, stay with us. Let's explain to the viewers how deep is the rot really. One way of looking at it is the scale in terms of the expense of the illegal mining, the area in which the illegal mining was going on in Jharkhand. So Republic has in fact accessed exclusive satellite images. Let's put them on air, and then the viewers would understand the extent of illegal activity in terms of the geography covered. On the left-hand side of your screen is a picture from before. What we see is lush greenery, and on the right-hand side of your screen is the impact of the illegal mining, and that gives you an idea of the scale of the impact on the geography of that area, the environmental degradation that has happened because of this illegal mining. Because remember, this is not a legal mine designated so by the government. This is an area which is otherwise would have been a revenue area or a civilian area or a public area, but then not a designated mine. But still, because it's in a geography where it's mineral rich, it has been illegally mined and leads to that kind of environmental degradation we are seeing. On the left, the lush greenery before the illegal mining activity began. On the right, exact same area, but completely denuded and degraded. So let me now on that note come back to Piyush. But we have a breaking, I believe. Okay, so the breaking element to the story is that this illegal mining isn't the only scam. Top sources tell Republic that multiple cases linked to the Chief Minister are now under the scanner. And after the illegal mining scam, the lens is now on an illegal land scam also. So it's not that trouble is going to end anytime soon for Hemant Soren. So on that note, let me go back to Piyush. Piyush, coming back to you, now the Chief Minister has said that he's going to join the investigation on January 30th. Is it going to happen in Jharkhand, Ranchi, or is it going to happen in New Delhi? And I believe this is the first time that he has responded with a specific date when he would come and join the investigation. Are the ED officials who were there on the ground today, where you are reporting from, confident that this time they will get some success in getting to question the Jharkhand Chief Minister?
So, Abhishek, you raised three important points. First, it is believed that this questioning, which will be conducted on January 31st, might be held in Ranchi, because this case, as per the charge sheet, was registered on 4th June in Ranchi. So there is a possibility that the Chief Minister might present himself for questioning to the Enforcement Directorate in Ranchi. However, Will he be allowed to flee to Ranchi? When will he flee to Ranchi? We do not know about it, because as of now, the person who is at a very high constitutional post is untraceable in the national capital, where we really do not know where he is right now residing. We've actually been told that he had come to Delhi to consult his legal team, but these are all speculations and there has been no official confirmation on this. Having said that, there has been no confirmation per se by the Enforcement Directorate as well. Yes, in a way they did confirm that there was a mail which was received by them, by the Chief Minister's office, in which the Chief Minister did say that at around 1 p.m. on January 31st, he will present himself for the questioning. Will it happen? Will it not? We really do not know. And you rightly mentioned that there have been 10 summons that have been issued to the Chief Minister ever since this case was first registered on 4th June 2022. And in this, he has only adhered to summon one time, in which he had presented himself for questioning for 7 hours. However, the Enforcement Directorate was not satisfied with the answers that was given by the Chief Minister, and they had asked him to come again for the questioning. And after this, we saw this drama wherein the officials of Enforcement Directorate still continue to be at the residence of the Jharkhand Chief Minister for more than 11 hours. How important is this probe? How investment is this this investigation, which is leading them to some important documents? Only time will tell. But yes, you rightly mentioned that trouble only seems to mount for the Jharkhand Chief Minister. Back to you in the studio.
All right, thank you so much, Piyush Auri, for joining us from outside the residence of Hemant Soren. Obviously, that was a deep dive into what's really happening in the illegal mining scam, as also illegal land scam that's really erupting on the face of the Jharkhand Chief Minister. We'll keep you updated on the developments that take place on this story. And of course, in the evening, we are going to come back with a debate on the CAA and UCC and why the BJP has raised them now. But as of this moment, we slip into a short break. On the other side, we come back with India in complete shambles. After 2 mega exits, the Congress still prefers blaming the RSS and the BJP.